Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome to the BSGL Season 3 opening night. It is finally here. We are ready to get going in Season 3 as I have a couple of announcements here to start. We will not be doing monthly highlights like we did last season, and we will not be doing weekly highlights like we did at the beginning of Season 1. We are going to be doing, we're going to split the videos up into 2 weeks, so we'll have 2 games per week. And each video will cover 2 weeks of the season. That way we can get a little bit more in-depth in our box scores, and we get more highlights per week. And then we'll do prime time once a month, or maybe more than that, depending on how good of games we can find. But we're going to shoot for once a month, just so we can delve into the season a little bit more. But that's pretty much the only announcement that I did have. Obviously, if you want to submit a prospect, then go ahead and do that. We're going to try to do a little bit more with the prospects this season too. But I will see all of you guys in our first game. Here we are in Anaheim for Game 1 of the BSGL as the Memphis Knights take on the Royals. The starting lineups for both teams, Zigaranovich, Bohannon, Baxter, Heinsohn, and Tillman take on Rogers, Dimes, Weber, Van Breda, Kolf, and Mack. As we are ready to get underway, as this is Udaka's first season with Memphis, obviously his first game. Hopefully they can get their nice revenge game here against the team that knocked him out of the playoffs last year. In game number 1 as Tillman wins the tip. As now here's Zigaranovich giving it off to Heinsohn, and with less than a minute into the game, Heinsohn's got his first bucket as the Knights are already up 6-0. There's a strip by Heinsohn, so he's taken off the other way. Nobody in his path for the easy two-handed jam. It's a 14-6 run to lead the game here for the Knights, as make it 17-6, as Heinsohn's getting going here very quickly with 2 buckets and a 3. Look at Carpenter making the nice move off the bench on Robinson, so he gets a quick bucket off the pine. As here's Martinez inside to Heinsohn for a man's jam. So he got around Rich Mack. Here's Tim Tebow looking around as he's walking around with Mack there at the top of the key. Throws the lob to Mack on the nice cut. Into the second quarter already. Here is Martinez going over to Sloan in the corner. It's no good, but Robinson, the 6th man, putting it in. 21-18. Here's Robinson inside. That one's blocked off the glass by Rich Mack. Evans with the rebounds. He's going to kick it out to Raven, who's going the other way and punching it home with both hands down to a 1-point game. Here's Kenny Dimes bouncing it into Van Breda. Kolf, a gorgeous pass, and it's a 1-point game. Now Memphis back up 9 after the 10-0 run. As there's Kenny Dimes with a nice dunk. Here's Heinsohn inside working on Van Breda. Kolf giving it right back to Zigaranovich, who goes inside for the slam. 9-point game, 40-31. Here's Weber giving it up to Rogers, who throws the lob to Mack, as it looks like Weatherspoon fell asleep there as it goes right over his head. As here's Martinez again driving on the inside. He's going to go up. Layup no good. Robinson the rebound, and he gets fouled by J.P. Evans. A bad foul there from Evans. Probably should have just boxed out as Robinson gets 3 the hard way. And it's an 8-point game. Here's Weber working on Beefcakes. Now up to Evans, who did not hesitate, pulling a 3 in the bigger man's face. He knocks it down. 3-point game. Less than 5 seconds to go, and that one's blocked away by Max at the end of the quarter. 3-point game. Here's Tebow, no good. As we are into the 4th, Bohannon comes up with the board. He's giving it off to Zigaranovich, who crosses over on Raven, gives it up to Bohannon, who throws down a nasty jam. 9-point Knights lead. Here's Zigaranovich off the Tillman screen. He's going to pull a 3 in the face of the defender. Knocks it down. Still a 12-point lead for the Knights with 2 minutes to go. As Baxter gives it up to Heinsohn, who goes inside, gets around Van Breda. Kolf for the slam. 14-point game, and this one looks all but over here for the Knights. As here is Rogers driving inside. That one's blocked away by Heinsohn. Rogers did not see him coming as they're up 11 with less than 40 seconds to go. Heinsohn inside to Tillman for the nail in the coffin, as that will be all she wrote in this game, and the Knights take game number 1 over the Royals as they get revenge from last year's playoffs. On to our second and final game here of opening night. We head to Lucas Oil as the Year 1 champs take on the Hilltoppers. Both of these teams did not make the playoffs last year, but both looking to bounce back this year. Here's Foster getting going very, very right around right. And he's got a nice start to the year as he gets around his man and puts in a nice layup. As here's Parker Puff, the speedy Puff, working on the good defender Long, but not looking good there. As Puff goes right around him and jams it home easily. 2-2. Here is Puff driving right by Long again as he just hits the blow by Long. Not looking like a DPLY contender like he was in the first year. As there's Foster inside off the Coleman feed. He's looked good here so far. He's got 4 of his team's 6. As there's a rebound from Hamilton. He's going to Coleman. Coleman blows by Shang. and he dunks it home, showing off the new facial hair that he's grown in the offseason. As now here's Bowen. Looking around, he's going to go to Puff, who drives inside. Could have had the 3, but decides to slam it home anyway. Lots of dunks here early for Parker Puff. As there he is stripping Long, and he is just eating him alive. As early in the game, he's already got 10, I do believe. As there's Hamilton inside, that one's blocked away. Puff comes up with the board. He is flying down the court. Foster can't catch up, and Long wants no part of it as he throws down another one. 16-10. Here is Puff, top of the key, knocks down the jumper. He is very hot here early. 21-10. Whiting Raymond looking for Chantel Livingston, the big man who got drafted in the lottery by the Shift, finding his first BSGL points. Hopefully that's the start of a great career. So now here's Xavier Young finding an ACOG for a slam. Young, also a rookie, except he is on the Hilltopper side. As here he is, he's going to find his first points right here on a tough floater layup. As he knocks it down, here is Beverly. Outside, no good as Livingston. I mean, look at how much taller he is than everybody else on the court. Nothing we're not used to seeing, but he will be the tallest on the court in this game for sure. As look at Wright, adding a little bit of style to the slam off of the Parker Puff feed, as it's already a 14-point game. So there's a absolute laser into the corner for Shang, who knocks down the 3 as this one is getting out of hand fast. It's 46-27. Puff drives right around Long yet again. Long looks like he has no business being on the court right now with Parker Puff. Puff brings it up, goes inside to Shang, who goes up, and guess who the foul's on? It's James Long committing the foul as Shang heads to the line, and he's going to get 3 more off that play. And it's a 26-point game as here's Livingston getting a little bump from Young inside as he can easily score over the smaller man. But he's looked good so far here in this game, maybe the only person on his team who's looked good as the Hilltoppers continue to fire away. As now here is Hamilton driving inside. He's going to put up the jumper, no good as Foster dunks it down. As now here is Gordon, spin move going inside. He's getting clobbered by Hefflinger and Foster as he somehow puts it in. Can't remember Foster's name there for a second, but it's a 30-point game in regulation. So there's a missed shot as look at King whip it up the court to Parker Puff as he sees him leaking out in transition, and he throws down another ferocious jam. Hilltoppers do not look like the same team we saw last year as Parker Puff is driving around everybody as there might be a dent in the rim after that one as here he is getting another screen. How about one more slam from Puff as his team is up 36 points as Gus Hefflinger gets a steal here. Goes to Wood, now to Foster as he gets around his man for a slam. But they are getting absolutely massacred as Jerry Foster going to run out the clock in a huge win for the Hilltoppers and a big momentum shift for them going into their 3rd season. So checking out our box scores from opening night. The Knights get their revenge over the Royals as they beat them 106-84. Really a poor performance from the Royals. Just 12 points in the second quarter and 9 in the fourth. Just 20 points for Kenny Dimes. He actually led the way, but 7 turnovers. That is really bad for a guy of his that can pass the ball at his caliber. The scoring champion from last year had just 14 points, had 26 rebounds and 7 blocks, but maybe should have just shot the ball a little bit more. For some reason just shot 9 times and even pulled 2 threes or both towards the end of the shot clock. JP Evans had a pretty nice game for himself off the bench. 13 points in 18 minutes, 5 boards, 5 assists. Pretty good game. Van Breda Kolff with 8, 5, and 2. That's the type of game you're going to get from him. Carpenter with 8 and 8 off the bench. Very solid game for him as well. Then it gets really bad down here with Weber, who had just 7 points on 2 of 7 shooting. And then Raven and Rogers, 3 of 12 and 2 of 16. That is not a game that you want to see Rogers have. I mean, he had a lot of games like that where he was really bad field goal percentage-wise. And hopefully that is just a cold game for him and he can pick it back up in the next game because, I mean, that is just awful. Then for the Knights, Ivan Heinsohn with 39 points, 11 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks, and no turnovers. A very good game for him. That's the type of game that you want to see him have. Those are MVP-type numbers from Ivan. Then 20 for Bohannon, a huge game for Bohannon as well. 16 or 14 for Zigoranovic. That's exactly what you want to see from Zigoranovic. Maybe shoot the ball just a little bit more efficiently, but you want a high assist total and somewhere in the teens in points. 10 and 12 from Tillman. They will definitely take that from him, especially so efficiently. Robinson put up a nice game. He was just 3 of 9, but had 12 boards. 6, 5, and 3 from Martinez. Another solid game for him. Baxter was the one that could have done better. Him and Sloan. I mean, Sloan just played 13 minutes and missed 8 shots. But Baxter definitely needs to shoot better than 2 of 12. And Witherspoon 0 of 5. Obviously, that's not very good, but I'm sure he can bounce back. In the next game, Jerry Foster led the way for the Shift in that absolute blowout that they just took, losing by 55 points, 21 and 19 for Foster. No defensive stats for Foster, which is a rare sight, but he did have 10 offensive rebounds. But you gotta get a steal or a block if you're Foster. As then for the big man, Chantel Livingston, the rookie, actually put up 10 and 12 in his opener. Pretty good game, but no steals, no blocks for him either. As then for Beverly, who actually did not even play last season, put up 8 in his first game. He'd only played a couple minutes for Orlando in year 1, missed year 2, was just a free agent, now is back for year 3 and had a pretty solid opener. Not shooting the ball wise, but in terms of their scoring numbers, it was good for how the rest of the team performed. Gus Hefflinger, 6 of 5, and honestly, I'll take 3 of 7 for Gus Hefflinger because it's way better than what he's been shooting. Maybe just take less threes there from Gus. So he had 5 blocks, 2 steals, pretty much the only defensive stats on the night. 6 and 7 from Whiting Raymond. Once again, just a little bit more efficiency from him, and he'll be A-okay. Long, really bad game. Really not looking like he's going to have that bounce-back season. 4 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 5 turnovers. As then 4 points for Coleman, Hamilton, Haley, and Wood. As Coleman's got to play better as well, just 2 of 7, and then Hamilton and Haley, 2 of 9 and 2 of 9. Really bad. And then Wood somehow shot the ball 7 times in 12 minutes, but I don't think he'll be playing too much, as he hasn't played much of anything since he got drafted in year 1. But Haley and Hamilton, that's their key. Those are their key. Haley's like their 6th man, and then Hamilton starts at the small forward, and they're just going to need them to play better. And then these guys down here, you just kind of came in garbage time. Will Hammonds, and along with Devin Vassell. But that pretty much does it for this episode, the opening night of the BSGL Season 3. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe. If you want to see your player in the BSGL, please be sure to submit a prospect down in the comments, and I will see all of you guys next time. Bye-bye.